1, 2, 3, 4, hit! Music.
Hey, welcome to another Lyle Style show. We here. I'm here with my good friend here, Jason.
We're skiing in the Alps.
Yeah, he's skiing
I don't know
out.
if you
Yeah, we're
noticed.
out in the Alps right now. We're out there in where we at? We in
The
we're
Alps.
In our Alps over in
We're in the
Colorado.
Alps. Can't you see? We're
in Colorado.
well,
In Colorado.
I would rather be in Europe in the Alps,
Yeah,
but
yeah. Well, Alps in
Rockies are
Colorado.
cool.
Rockies are cool.
There's no Alps in Colorado.
Rocky Mountain.
Rocky Mountain, that's
High?
fine. Rocky
Okay.
Mountain, for sure.
But anyway, we're here. We're doing another show, Lyle Style show. But we have a kind of special thing because we're doing what's on our mind type segment. You know, and Jason, boy, shake your head.
I'm laughing.
Jason's going to talk a little bit about what is on his mind, and I'm going to talk about what is on my mind. But you know what? I have the phone call to make. Sometimes I make phone calls here, and I'm going to make a phone call right now to a special
Are
person.
you gonna call 411 again? Because
I'm
they're
thinking
not
about-
gonna know what you're talking
I'm
about.
thinking about doing 411, but you know what? I'm making a phone call right
All right.
now. I'm on the phone and talking to a special person, and all the viewers can hear my conversation as soon as they talk. You having a nice time, aren't you?
skiing.
Man? You're skiing.
I'm skiing.
Well, that's good. You're doing good. So as soon as he answers the phone,
If you French fry when you're supposed to
he's
pizza,
not gonna
you're
answer.
gonna
Hello,
have a
hey
bad
Ed,
time.
how you doing? Okay. So okay now Ed, how's life treating you, man?
Terrific.
Okay, now, people don't realize that this is my good boss. He's a good guy, and he has a very interesting take on a lot of things. Ed,
Yes, sir.
yeah, everybody can hear you on speakerphone. Everybody can hear you. So now we were just talking a little bit about what's on my mind, and me and you talk a lot, don't we, Ed? Sometimes we have some deep conversations. You know?
Yes, we do.
Yes.
we do.
Yes, we do. So, hey, we were talking a little bit about, just briefly, not get into detail, but just briefly about the system when people come in with these little cards or whatnot, how they kind of use
EBT
it.
cards?
The EBT cards, and how
Yeah.
they kind of abuse them. You know what I'm saying, Ed?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
And what do you think about that, Ed?
Well, these guys nowadays, Lyle, it's sad because
Yeah.
what do I think our statistics right now, 52% of Americans are using the welfare system in one way or the other. 48% are not.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just, those are just statistics. But, when 48% of Americans can't continue
Right.
to take care of 52% that are using the system. I don't say that there's anything wrong with a good welfare system.
Mm-hmm.
Our welfare system, unfortunately, truly is broken. The government, I think, they don't do enough to get these people off the system.
Yeah.
And well, you here at the store, you've heard it yourself,
Yeah.
time and time again.
Mm-hmm.
People are proud that they've got their EBT card.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Or, they refer to it, as they've got their profession, or they get their week. They're just relying on it
Right.
way too heavily.
Right.
You got young kids that come in, and they're buying Red Bull energy drink,
Mm-hmm.
candy, pop,
Mm-hmm.
chips.
Mm-hmm.
They need to be going to the store to buy eggs and flour and milk.
Yeah. Exactly. So you.
But nobody, I don't mean to chime in on you. Sorry, Ed, I don't mean to cut you off. I go to grocery stores and I see the EBT card is very rarely used for people to buy quality food. Here's one example you go with. You could take EBT money and go and buy steak dinner, if you will, I mean, you should probably be putting it on frugal things like you said, eggs, milk, flour, you know, raw essentials. But you could go buy steak and crab legs, but more often than not, it's Cheetos, a 24 pack of Mountain Dew, and candy. I mean, you're right. It almost should be. They should almost say that's not really shouldn't be considered food. Doritos aren't food. Flour and egg, you know what I'm saying? It should be used for like the WIC, the Women, Infant, and Children checks that are handed out. I think you can only buy literally like milk, eggs, like essential products with it. The food stamp should be the same way. I agree with you. I mean, it's insane how you can go and literally buy a case of Red Bull and as much Doritos as you want, and you can still have a profession. You know what I'm saying? You could still be making probably $30,000 a year and get EBT.
Exactly. And the other sad thing, say, it's different. Iowa and Illinois is different.
Right.
Illinois, I believe, theirs is called the Link card.
Right.
And their card has cash and food stamps.
Right. You can get a cash. You can get a cash withdrawal.
Or credit. We will have people come in and purchase beer and put it on their Illinois Link card because they have it taken out of their cash. So we taxpayers now are paying for these guys to even get drunk.
Yeah.
Even to get
our system is broke.
Yeah. I agree.
Plain and simple.
Yeah.
You know, so many of these guys think that this is their career. I'm sorry, living on welfare is not your career.
Right.
Getting off of your duff, getting a job, that's what you would consider to be a career.
Yeah. Exactly.
Not living off of the system.
Right.
And taxpayers, for Christ's sakes, I mean, what are they taking out? You know, 35-40% taxes out of our paychecks.
Right.
See, people just don't get it.
Right.
They don't get it because it's free. No, it's not free. Us working class folks are paying for that, and that's what people get a bad. We just the overview of it. You know, if you're in retail and you're selling grocery products and junk food products, which, you know, I mean, every store has got all that, the bad things with the good things. But when you see people come in to a convenience store and they buy $36 worth of candy bars, pop, chips, and they're bringing in their friends, I mean, it's not meant for your friends and your neighbor and your boyfriend and your girlfriend. It's meant for you, probably, and your child.
It's supposed to be for survival. It's supposed to be for survival,
the
right?
child isn't consuming all of this
Right.
pop and chips.
Right.
And Lyle, you know.
Yes.
yourself,
Yes, I do.
deal with it on a regular basis.
Right, I do.
You see the number of energy drinks that go on that EBT card.
Right. Yeah.
And pop and candy bars. It's absurd.
Ed, you're right about that. You know, and there is. I mean, like I said, the program is not a bad program, but you know, they need to be certain.
It's misguided.
They're misguided. It needs to be,
Right.
be certain type of criteria.
Cheetos aren't food. You
Right.
know?
So to have that, to have the card for your essentials for your children, yourself, and you know, I mean, you had this conversation many times, and you like the program, but it does have some little flaws in it.
Correct. Yeah, there needs to be a welfare system because there's definitely underprivileged people out there. But I find it hard to believe that if you've been on welfare the majority of your life, I don't think that you're truly looking for employment. I really don't. There's jobs out there. It might not be the dream job. It might not, one job might not do it. You might have to work more jobs, you know, multiple jobs. I can remember as a kid growing up, I was out on my own and I was working 3 jobs. And today, still today, I put in 65 to 70 hours per week.
Yes, you do.
And I'm salaried. I don't get paid for 50, 60, 70 hours of work. I choose to do that because that comes along with my career.
Right.
So you see what I mean.
I see what you mean, Ed.
Too many of these, you know, I don't know what you want to say, underprivileged or lesser fortunate or poor, but you're always going to be that way if you don't have an effort to make a change.
But
you
even
know, you know that old saying, if you want to keep getting what you've been getting, then just keep doing what you're doing.
it even goes.
Otherwise, you've got to make a change.
It even goes beyond that too, Ed. I mean, there's a point where like, if you're, it's not even so much even underprivileged or somebody that's caught up in the welfare system. If you do not earn an income, like so, let's say, and I'm not going to try to pinpoint, but if you're a privileged collegiate student, so you don't have to have a job. Your parents or a trust fund pay for your livelihood. You can go and get an EBT card. You just have to show up and fill out information that says, I do not receive an income, but your bills are in your name. Let's say you have a lease in your name. You have gas and electric and water in your name. Your parents might fill your bank account every single month, but you don't have a job. You can go get $200 a month for EBT money. I mean, that's what the maximum is, $200. You can get that money. Even if you drive a BMW and your parents make $1 million a year, it's not even so much underprivileged. Anybody can take advantage of the system because the checks and balances are not based on anything except a tax ID number. If your name is not associated with a tax ID number or an employer number in this country, you can get welfare. I mean, when I was living in California, your actual California EBT card, most corner stores don't even have like a computer system set up. They like hand swipe your card through like an old-fashioned kind of like credit card processing system. Wow. You can go buy a bottle of vodka on your EBT card, and you could be making $80,000 a year if you're paid under the table. I mean, so you want to go even beyond that. Unfortunately, I wish that the EBT system was mostly set up for people that were underprivileged. I mean, there are people out there that need eggs, flour, and milk, but most of the time you've got. I mean, it's kind of a joke. I mean, particularly this college town, I've known plenty of people that are going out to the bars every night, dropping $100 a night, driving a Mercedes, and they get $200 a month EBT money. So you're paying for. I know
and
that.
Lyle and I see that firsthand.
Absolutely. I mean, you're on the forefront of it.
Right.
So that's what's crazy. Exactly. You show up and go, hey, I want to get a case of Red Bull on my EBT card because it's just $200 of free money every month.
Right. Yeah, but Ed, you know what? Hey, man, I appreciate you talking about this subject right here, man. Yeah. So go ahead.
It needs fixed.
Yes, it does.
Checks and balances, something.
Yeah, checks and balances, though. But Ed, so one of these days I'm gonna get you to come on in person and people can see you.
One of these days, by golly, we'll make a date. Lyle.
Okay, we definitely make a date. I appreciate that. So
thanks, Ed.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Ed. Okay. Okay, man.
Talk to you soon.
Yeah, sure will. Goodbye.
Bye now.
That's my. Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
an interesting. I mean,
yeah.
EBT is an interesting situation because, like I said, I mean, it is. You're right. There are people that absolutely need the system. They need the offerings that are given, but they don't. It's probably it's not the 99 percentile that need it. It's the 1 percentile that are taking advantage of it.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I mean, you could be a very
I
rich.
didn't know that.
You could
Now,
be a very rich,
what you
privileged
told me-
person. As long as you're not on paper.
Wow.
You can get EBT.
Wow. I didn't
If
realize
you're, you know what I'm
that.
saying? If you work for a construction company and they pay you under the table, you might make 80 grand a year. You can walk right out and get an EBT card.
Wow.
As long as you don't have a tax ID number that's showing you make X number of dollars. If you make $0 as far as the U.S. government is concerned, you get EBT.
Wow. Okay. Because now they ask you for your first.
Yeah, it's like first name. It's social. It's
Well-
name, social security card number, and all that stuff. And they look you up and they go, you're not making income. But you say, hey, these are my bills because they're in your name. Even if somebody else is supplying the funds for your bills.
Right.
you
But
gotta
if you make a certain amount of income, not over. Blah blah blah.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like if let's say you make 80 grand under the table cash. Let's say you're a bartender that makes $4.35 an hour, and you work under 40 hours a week. But in those 2-3 days you work, you make $400 cash, and let's say your bar does not claim your money, you can go out and get a $200 a month EBT card, even if you're actually making $200 a night. I mean, there's no checks. Like Ed was saying, there's no checks and balances.
So that's what we need. Yeah. I mean, and you know what? There's always some good and bad in every situation.
Every situation,
you know.
You can't be perfect.
Sure
I mean,
can.
right.
But, you know, can't be like me, like me and you.
Right. We're not perfect.
Yes, we are.
Oh, we are perfect.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. So people don't realize that we are. We are perfect. But no, we just joking. We're not perfect. If we were perfect, believe me,
We'd have a solution.
That's right. We'd be
We'd
doing
have
something else. We'd
solutions.
make a whole lot of
Right.
money for that. But you know, I mean, that's the bad side of the situation, whatever. And because it kind of hurts the people that's legit, that
Right.
really needs this service, that really has these kids and they take care of these kids and stuff like that.
Even if you're a single
and help
person
them-
that just
yeah.
can't
Yeah.
get a job, I mean, literally, you can't.
can't.
I mean, you try. I mean, let's say you're differently abled. Let's say you're, for whatever reason. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying, I can't name them all off. But
Yeah.
if you really can't get a job, and let's say your hospital bills are so much that any money that you do get in,
Goes
I mean,
right to your
whatever
hospital.
reason.
Right.
I mean, you can't. Nobody can live off of ramen noodles and
No,
mac and cheese. I
no,
mean,
no, no.
you need lettuce. You need
Right,
you know you need
right.
you need protein. You need you know you need this food. That's what it's designed for.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, I wish we had the solution for it. I wish we had a solution for it, but we don't.
We're just
But
spreading the knowledge. I
that's
mean,
right,
we're
spreading
trying to
knowledge,
get it out there to say, hey,
talking
let's,
about it.
you know.
That's the first step right there. As I would say. But now let's talk. Now, what you have to talk about? What? Is there anything you'd like to talk about? Because that was really heavy for me, man.
That was pretty heavy.
That was pretty heavy
I
for
know.
me.
I walked into this super carefree, and
Yeah,
I was
wait,
expecting.
no, let's talk
I was
about you.
expecting to just.
Let's talk about you, young man. Let's talk about you.
Me.
Yes.
Skiing
See,
the Alps.
I don't want to throw you out there, but what's going on with your situation, with your personal life?
My
man?
personal
Yeah.
life. I don't have a
What's
personal
going
life.
on
I
with
work
you?
so much.
Yeah,
I don't have a personal life.
evidently you do because you like to relax with certain things
Oh my
for
God, Lyle.
1 or 2. I mean, maybe about 2-3 times.
Right here is Front Street.
Yeah,
I see. This is Front Street, and I'm apparently living on Front Street. What do I do?
You enjoy it,
Everybody
though.
likes to relax, Lyle.
Okay.
Everybody should relax.
Yes.
I
You
try
know-
yoga. Yoga's
you
good
do.
for relaxing.
Okay, that's good.
I heard next week we're talking about fitness. So
Yeah, fitness. We talk. Yes.
Yoga's good.
Yeah.
Working out's good.
And
Running's
drinking's good, too,
No,
sometimes.
no, drinking's not always good. Drinking's good for some people. I cannot. I
okay.
will never
You want me to do
condone
that?
it.
Okay, I'm
I
not
will
gonna
never
do that to
condone
you.
it on the air.
I'm not going to do that.
You
to
can't condone,
Oh,
because
I
we
want
live
to-
we live in a society that drinking.
I want it so bad to say something, but I'm not
Then
going to do
say
that
whatever
to
you gotta
bro.
say, Lyle, but
No,
I'm
I'm not
just
going to do
saying,
that to you because okay, I know you.
We've all been through crazy
We
stuff.
don't-
I've got very good friends
You don't
who are
condone it.
dealing with
That's
alcoholism.
right, but you just sometimes you need relaxing is relax. You could drink some pop, relax. You could drink a
Tea's
beer.
great.
Relax.
Jasmine tea is wonderful.
Jasmine tea.
Jasmine
but
tea is
What do
wonderful.
you like to relax though?
What do I like to relax? I just said yoga's great. Jasmine tea is great, Lyle. That's what I like to do to relax.
I'm gonna get your mom on the show.
Yeah,
you
you're
know
gonna
what?
get-
Yeah.
yeah.
And then, hey,
Uh-huh.
you can't. I'm not
It's
gonna
like
say.
Serpico. It's like
she's gonna
she'll
tell
be like she's
everything.
like Serpico. She's
She's
gonna.
gonna tell everything, man. Because I told you that I might do that to
Tight-lipped.
you today.
I know, you're gonna throw me under the
now,
bus.
But now I feel so sorry.
No,
looking at
you're
you
good,
now.
man. You're
you
good.
keep talking
You're
about
good.
jasmine tea.
Hey, jasmine
I'm
tea
not
is
talking
wonderful.
about
Have
jasmine
you ever
tea,
had jasmine tea?
No, but I'm
Then
not talking about
you're
jasmine
missing
tea.
out. Well, I
I'm
don't,
talking about
Lyle, I don't
something
understand.
else.
Apparently.
Yes, I'm talking about
Apparently.
something. Okay, man.
Man,
Well, I'm trying to get you
I see what's up.
I'm trying to get
Apples
you
are good.
Apples are
Apples
good.
are good.
You like apples?
Apples are good.
What about apple crisp type of
Crisp apples are great.
apples
Honey,
are good,
honey,
too?
honey,
Crisp
crisp apples
apples
are
are
good.
good?
They are good.
crisp apples?
Who doesn't like crisp apples?
Yeah, I think everybody likes crisp apples. I never had crisp apples, man. But I think you like
They're
crisp
good,
apples.
they're good.
You enjoy crisp apples.
I do.
Yes.
And England produces very nice
Really
crisp
do?
apples. They
And
do.
crisp apples are
That's what I hear.
rare.
They are. Honey crisp
You
are
seem
very
to find
expensive.
crisp apples to be very appealing to
They're
you.
wonderful.
Wonderful.
They're wonderful.
Where you just enjoy
They are nice.
having crisp apples. Maybe twice, maybe 3 times.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Crisp
Lyle.
apples, no, crisp apples.
Crisp apples, that's what I said, crisp apples.
Crisp apples.
I mean,
apples.
you're right.
A-P-P-L-E.
Apples.
Yes,
I mean,
crisp,
plural. I mean,
plural.
it's
Well,
plural,
yeah,
and
crisp.
there's an S at the
That's
end,
we're talking about crisp apples.
Crisp apples.
That's what we're talking about. We're talking about crisp apples.
Right.
I haven't had crisp apples. I may try crisp apples one time, just to see how the crisp apples taste in your mouth. And
The refrigerator is the best place to keep a crisp
okay,
apple.
refrigerator.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's what I
okay.
hear.
See now, you know what? You're gonna find something out about me. You probably gonna
Yeah.
try. You're really gonna just
Yeah,
to give
and
me.
then yeah,
you
Lyle
really
style
gonna,
show.
Yeah, you gonna
Front Street,
trust
big
me,
sign.
I know, man. You gonna do that? Okay, I haven't.
Anyway.
they don't know what we're talking about.
They know what we're talking about.
Okay,
But it's good.
So
What else is on my
what's
mind?
light?
What else on my mind?
What's light, man? What's okay? You know what, man? I was sitting down. Now I don't know about this. I was sitting down. Yes, sitting down, and I was sitting down, and it was this lady. Now I wouldn't say me.
I'm interested already.
Okay, sitting down. It was a lady, whatever, sitting down, stuff like that. I don't know what she's doing. But have you had a situation where you sit down, somebody's sitting somewhere, and then then you walk past and you sit down at another area, and the
So
person
wait,
actually gets up and walk. So subconsciously you're thinking, now why in the heck if a person sitting down and reading something, and another person goes sit down in another area, a person would get up and walk and go somewhere else. Now you would get subconscious about that, thinking, well,
Like, so,
maybe,
okay, let me break this down again. So you go.
No, not me. Somebody else. John Doe.
So John Doe
John
or
Doe was
Jane
sitting
Doe
down.
shows. So they're sitting there, and then somebody else
Sit
comes sits
somewhere
next
else.
to you,
or sit somewhere else, right?
somewhere else random, and then
Right.
you get up because you're not comfortable with the area.
I don't know. See, maybe
But
that
you're
person,
watching them, so you're the
Yes.
person that shows up and sees them reading.
Yes, and sees them reacting to someone else sitting down some area, getting up, going somewhere else, and wondering why. And wondering why is this person do? Now, at first, this person was relaxed and enjoying themselves sitting down in this area. But when someone else came along and sat down in another area, they have to get up and go somewhere
And
else.
leave. Well, there could be a possibility that they
Now
think
you'll be paranoid and think that
you smell a little
yeah,
bit,
you'll
or maybe
smell-
like
the person smell.
Right.
Okay, don't say me. Okay, you say
like I mean, like you smell a little bit, or
okay,
no,
you
sure.
you
No.
good. But no,
But you know, like
you know what I'm
but
saying?
you know what I think it is, and this is just bear with me on this.
Okay.
I think particularly if they're reading, so they're focused on something. Maybe if they're
Okay.
really like intently focused on
Okay,
something.
now
That they're showing that the idea of somebody else showing up in their area. That I mean, we live in a society of cell phones, and
Yeah.
there's not so much courtesy or manners in our society.
But why
I mean,
would they do that?
I mean, why would they
Okay,
leave?
wait,
Because
why?
they don't want to hear. They don't want to sit and hear maybe a conversation.
no,
maybe
the person just sit down. They would sit down, just sitting down. Now, okay, especially if it was a woman done that. Say the woman done that.
maybe she thinks you're a sexual
And
predator.
I don't know.
I'm joking.
You're joking because I
No,
don't know.
you
who-
should never joke about sexual
Yeah,
predators.
you're joking.
But
that's a
I
bad
don't
thing.
know.
But
Right.
I'm saying if so, I would think that okay, I would think this way. You would get kind of subconsciously wondering why is a person that was all along getting comfortable sitting a certain place now get up and walk over to another area, whatever, and especially it was. It's a woman doing that, especially now let's get into this. Let's get into this. Let's say this right here, especially if the person was an African American person, and other person
Now you
wasn't
lost
African.
me. Now you lost me.
That lost you?
Here's what I'll say. Like maybe if you're a man, woman sitting there, man, you, me, whoever, shows
Whoever.
up, sits next to her.
No,
Not near her, but like in the proximity.
Yeah, right.
It could be that she's getting up so that you notice her.
No, there wasn't nothing like that.
So you
I
have a
was-
specific, is there a specific instance that happened to you, Lyle?
No,
that
no,
you
no,
went
no.
and sat next to
John
somebody
Doe,
and
something
you
hap-
felt, so John Doe,
John Doe happened to John Doe.
So it wasn't a woman,
Okay,
it was happened to John Doe.
It was John
Okay.
Doe that did. It was an African American John Doe, and sat down because I saw this with my eyes. He sat in a certain area.
You didn't see it with your ears, you saw it with your eyes.
And my ears too, because sometimes my
okay,
ears
sometimes
can see.
you hear, right,
Because in the back, I got ears, I got eyes in the back of my head too. But
That's why you shave your head.
that's why.
you shave
Did you
your
see
head.
him now?
Yeah, 'cause otherwise it blocks the view.
Yes,
right?
yes. I'm talking about you. It's
nice.
So anyway, and this person, woman, whatever, got up and just walked over to another area and whatnot out the blue. Now this happened to be at a mall. At a mall
Okay.
because it's so busy
Okay.
at the mall, whatever.
Right.
But the reason why I brought this up is just that, sometimes I was going to say that, if you dress a certain way, people kind of look at you dressed a certain way.
I have tattoos. People look at me weird.
But no, I would say
No, I know, but seriously,
really?
I serve in my restaurant, and I come over and I bring plates, and I'm tremendously courteous, and I mean, I don't want to say refined. I mean, that's a pretty bold statement, but courtesy to the point where I'm saying I don't come over like, here's your steak. And just throw it in front. Like
Right.
sir, madam.
yeah,
I
you're
do the whole
very
9 yards.
polite.
But I serve with
very
my right
polite.
hand, and I come over. I mean, hand behind the
Yes.
back. And when I come and set a plate down, they just instantly see my tattoos,
Oh.
and they go and they clam up. I mean, I've
Why?
seen people as I go to lean in, like pick up their silverware and glasses and pull
What is
away.
going on with that
Because
type
I
of-
don't know if they think they see the tattoos and they're like, oh my God, he's
Wait.
gonna give me AIDS. I mean, I
It's-
don't know.
It's a taboo.
It's a It is. It is a taboo
It's taboo.
to have tattoos, and and
Is
it's,
it moving or something like that? They can see it's moving. They hallucinating.
I
thinking
think
and getting all.
the people with tattoos are typically there's stigmas. I think it's across the board. You're right. I think what you're trying to say is, people of color will have. There's racism against people. There's
Well, yeah, just a
what's
little
the term
bit-
for it? There's bias. There's
Yes.
bigotry. There's people with
Bias.
tattoos. There's people with piercings. There's people with, I mean, anybody that has.
That's different.
We still live in this freaky America where unless you're white Anglo-Saxon, hello, like you business suits and you went to Harvard, you're scary.
Wow.
I mean, that's just it. Like,
Wow.
I mean, I got to tell you, I mean, I know tattooed black people that have probably gone to Harvard that are better off than most people in Iowa that are eating lunch somewhere that think that they're snobby hoity-toity.
Right,
I mean,
right.
people, we're still not quite up to the speed of times. And
got
I
to
hope
get
in
up
our
there.
lifetime
We have to get
we'll
up
get
there.
to a point where yeah, I mean, we've got one step forward. We've got Obama in the White House. Next thing you know, you're gonna have a tattooed, septum pierced, like Middle Eastern dude in the White House, and hopefully we're at that point that we can just be like, and we don't even talk about it. It's not even like coffee shop. Like, did you know that we have a Middle Eastern guy with a septum piercing and tattoos in the White House? It's like, no, like, who cares what their ethnicity, choice of this, that, and the other is, but we still judge people on that.
Yeah, I know.
So, I mean, going back to what, full summation back to what you're saying, I don't know. I don't know what it is that causes people to drive people away.
Just
I mean,
kinda curious.
No, I know, right, but it is weird. I mean, you're sitting there, lovely moment at the mall, you've done some shopping at, Eddie Bauer, and then suddenly somebody different background and different ethnicity than you comes and sits by you, and oh my God, I got to go sit closer to the Starbucks. I mean, I don't know what it is. I need to get safety and go closer to like I don't know what it is.
Well, I just want to say this.
It's weird.
It's
all
sad. Wait. We all human beings.
We're all human beings.
I'm talking to whoever
we
out
all
there.
bleed
That's
red
right.
blood.
We all human beings in this country. I'm letting you know.
Right.
We all different. We all the same.
The exact same.
And we all.
I mean, we're the same enough in the aspect that we're human. The differences of culture are beautiful. I mean, that's what. I mean, if we were all the exact same, if we were all carbon copies of Jason's and Lyle's, it'd be one hell of a boring world. I mean, it might be funny, but it's not funny when everybody. But that's the beauty of especially America. I mean, we talk about how America was this beautiful melting pot.
Yes.
I mean, what makes America great is that it's so many different people from so many different backgrounds. I mean, bring us you're tired, I mean, the plaque on the Statue of Liberty, bring us you're tired, you're poor, you're troubled. And now it's like, if you're not white, get the hell out of our country again. And this is 2012. Are you serious?
I know. Come on.
Are you serious?
Yeah, get off this.
Get off. I mean, this is America, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Every nation should come here. I mean, we're supposed to be this. All cultures, all thoughts, all melding.
Let's get back to that right there.
Let's get back to that.
That's right. But you know what? I want to now. I want to say this right here. Next week we're going to be talking about health, fitness, and health stuff like that. And so I want to show a picture of me before, a picture of me after.
Aren't you in the opening credits?
Yeah, I am. But
that's you in the opening credits.
It's another picture of me. I don't know if they can bring the picture up.
Well, probably not currently, but they'll edit it in
the
later.
Picture of me up before if. He probably can't even bring that picture up that I had.
Talking about health and fitness right here. Pizza.
Pizza. So we can't bring the picture up. I guess they can't bring the picture up that we had though, of me before and after. But we're gonna be talking about health and
exercise
and fitness, and we're gonna have a personal trainer on the show.
Nice.
Talking a little bit about that because he's the owner of the Iowa City Fitness, which is open 24/7, and it's a good fitness club. So. We're going to talk about fitness next time on the show. But I wondered if the producer, whatever, could get that.
It's not going to come out right this second, but it'll be on.
Not. When
people are watching this, they're going to see it.
It's going to
edit in.
Man.
That's the beauty of technology.
I want them to see the picture.
But they will see it. Right now, we're not live.
Okay,
I hate to break them. We're not live.
We're not live.
We're skiing in the Alps, but we're not live.
Yes. Okay. Well, hey, Jason. It's always a pleasure.
Lyle, it's always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure.
We always have good conversation.
We do have good conversation.
We bring up good topics.
Yes, we do.
I'm sorry I missed last week. I had engagements.
That's all right.
I missed his brother.
I hope the people out there enjoy the show and whatnot. So, as always, you got shout out to somebody?
Always. Shout out to Megan. Shout out to my family. Shout out to Lyle's friend that is I've come to know, and she's a wonderful person. And the whole PATV crew.
Yep. I want to say a shout out to my friend that I love and always love and what I care about. Shout out to her. And as always, I want to say keep styling and profiling. And I'll see you next time here on the Lyle Style Show. Peace.